It's a great day. My name is Che Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the number one business development and revenue focused late night show in the country where we are on a mission. And our mission really is to empower, our mission is to inspire, and our mission provides you, the entrepreneur, with all of the resources that are necessary to execute that big vision you have for the people you were called to serve. And on this episode, we have the one and only Chayil Carter. She's in the building, and she'll be talking about how to start over again, how to be successful. And I'm going to ask her questions about real estate. What's going on, Chayil? How are you?
Good. How are you? I'm doing great. How about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's amazing to be able to connect with you. Thanks for spending time and being on the show. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Folks are watching right now and they might be thinking, wow, she's talking about how you can really you can have a setback and you can still come back from that and be successful. Take a moment and tell us, why did you pick this topic for us to talk about this today?
The reason why I picked this topic is because I I feel like I'm in an era of my life right now where I'm trying to become into myself. I'm still like, so I'm a recent college grad, and since then I graduated in 2021, and since I graduated, I feel like I definitely went through a whole bunch trying to figure out myself. Like, I've been through a lot of different career paths in this short period of time. Like, I did corporate, and then I decided to be a entrepreneur and sell hair, and then I finally landed into the real estate realm, and I feel like I'm the most aligned I felt in a very long time. And so that's why I feel like it's okay to start over, because I literally have started over so many times, especially in this year alone. So yeah.
And you mentioned that you went to school. You know, folks want to know, where'd you go to school? You can give your school a shout out.
I went to the illustrious Hampton University, class of 2021.
So cool. And you talk about embracing change. Was that something that you had to struggle with, or did someone help give you guidance to be able to go through the change and give you the courage to keep going?
Yeah, it was. It was something at first that I did struggle with, because I didn't want to go down the career path that like was paved out for me, because I have a whole real estate background. I mean, my mom was a real estate agent. Well, she still is, and she's been a broker since I was a kid. So I like grew up in a real estate household, and I didn't want to like necessarily go down that path, because I wanted to carve my own way. And I feel like God was definitely aligning me back to that. And I think that's where I'm supposed to be in. I'm in that industry for a purpose. So, yeah.
Now, for all the folks that are watching, and I know it's going to sound like an obvious question, but I want you to speak to a group of folks that are wondering, should I actually buy a home these days, or should I just rent and keep on moving? Because I'm not sure what I want to do right now. I know it's a loaded question, but if you was talking to a generation out there that's trying to make that decision, what would you say to them that are watching right now?
I would say to that generation, honestly, to buy. People feel like because we're so young, like buying is so permanent. No, it's not. Honestly, I feel like what I've been doing is I've been buying, but also if I decide not to live there anymore, I'm making income off of that property. And so like I'm going to rent it out to other people. You can do that. You can buy and rent and do house hacking and things like that at a young age, and people don't realize that what you can do. Like, you can be a young investor doing stuff like that early, instead of just giving your money up through renting.
And talk about the importance of folks focusing on their credit during this time as well. Is that a big factor when you're younger? Is it not a factor? I mean, what are your thoughts? Because you're really involved in this now.
Yeah, credit is a big factor. It's definitely super important. Like, what I wish that I told my younger self is to not overutilize credit, because I'm like kind of paying for it now. But building up your credit is super important. Making sure you pay off your credit cards, making sure that you pay all your payments on time, like things like that is so important, because that's the reason why that will help you be able to invest and get a house.
Yeah. And to talk about the difference between maybe someone that says, well, do I need to get a house? That's a lot to fix up. Can I just get a condo over here? Again, I know different people at different places and spaces, but just based on your experience, should I get the condo and have the condo fees and all that? Or am I better off going over here and getting the house?
I feel like it just depends on your preference. It depends on the type, like what you feel the most comfortable with. If you're okay with dealing with those type of fees, yeah, of course. But also thinking about what about long term as well. It's like, okay, do you want to live in a condo for this period of time, or do you want, if you want to live in a house, I feel like houses are more towards like family planning. If you want to, if you're planning on, having a family, or even also for like college students as well, like you can also, not college students but young adults as well, if you're living in a popular neighborhood or whatever, you can also buy a house, not popular neighborhood but a popular area, you can also buy a house in that area and try to rent it out to other people or other college students in that area too. If you're thinking about doing something like that, it depends. It depends on what your purpose is to buying a home. If you want to invest, family plan, if you're just single, living your life, your bachelor life, it just depends.
Yeah. And you talked about you had the opportunity to do the corporate route and then now being an entrepreneur. Was there a transition going to like a 9 to 5 and now being your own entrepreneur, doing things when you want to do it? What were some of the struggles you had starting over and doing that?
My number one struggle was discipline and also consistency. It was, now I'm like, okay, I have to literally only depend on myself, and I'm not clocking in and out every day. I'm my main source of income. Like I have to literally treat this like a job, and it's just that discipline that I have to learn is definitely really, that is something that I really am glad that I have to learn, because it's like if I didn't go through that, then I wouldn't see how important it is. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it makes a difference. And as an entrepreneur in the real estate area, how do you find when you're meeting folks? And I know you're getting started, but I'm curious what your thought is. The person says, well, I like what she's saying, but my credit's jacked up. And trust me, I filed bankruptcy, ladies and gentlemen. So, I've been there and back a number of times. And they might be thinking, well, Kyle, that sounds great, but my credit's jacked up. Should I just wait on the sideline, or do you get involved and help people who, well, like Shay Brown, jacked his credit up and need to get back on track? There was a time for me. So here's the question. Do you help folks get back on track when their credit's jacked up, if I can use that term? And number two, how do you do that?
Yeah, so my number one thing is, what I'm really thankful for is that I have like great examples who are like before me, who have been able to help me. And with growing up, being alongside my mother, she's really into credit, and that was her main thing. When I grew up around her, like she used to host credit parties and stuff all the time. And as a young girl, I was like, is credit really that important? Like I didn't understand the importance of credit, but she literally hosted parties around it. She also had a book as well called Keeping Score to help people make your credit score grow. So seeing those things and being able to utilize that, I was able to, as a young girl, be able to take those notes and be able to now help my credit score jump a lot more. So I just like help people through basically giving them my mom's book and giving people free game, giving them tips as well. That's how I help people through it.
And talk
So
about the
get
importance
keep a
of,
score on Amazon.
go ahead and say that again. I didn't hear you.
No, I'm saying keeping score on Amazon. It's on Amazon for like $20. It's not that bad. It's cheap.
Yeah, yeah, but the return on the investment is just tremendous. By the way, talk about the importance of mentors. I mean, I I actually know her mother, by the way, Constance, by the way, who's pretty cool. But you had opportunity to be around and come to a number of different events and conferences and so forth over the years. Talk about the importance of having a mentor help you along this journey. So for those folks that are out there, and one thing Chayil can do is she can be a mentor to you. Maybe you're trying to get going in your real estate business, or you're trying to get going and buying a home. But here's the question for her. Talk about the importance of having a mentor and how that's helped impact you to get you where you are these days.
Having a mentor is very, very vital into my success. And I'm so grateful that God blessed me with my mother as my mentor. And she's like the number one mentor that anybody could ever have. Like, I'm just so blessed and grateful for that, because without her, I definitely wouldn't have been the woman I am today. Like, she placed me in those rooms where I was able to even meet you. I've been doing like going with her since I was 14 years old. Like, so it's like it definitely helped me so much being able to be exposed and see a lot of things at such a young age, and not and being more aware of different opportunities, so I could be able to be that voice for my generation, so I can be able to help others do the same thing and enter those rooms. Like, the power of networking is so important to me now because of what I've been exposed to, and with my mentor, which is my mom. So
Yeah. One thing that I've enjoyed, ladies and gentlemen, you should definitely connect with her if you're out there. You want to buy, sell, or invest. Don't matter what age you are, by the way. Reach out to her because she can help you, or she has the resources that can help you, which is really incredible. But she's also someone that's really cool on the other side. I mean, she gets this whole branding, marketing, media piece out there, by the way, and she put together some really cool stuff. How did you come about being so talented and being so creative on that side as well, in terms of media, being able to use social media, being able to get the message out, and being able to connect? Because you do it so well. I'm like, wow, you got a lot of talent.
oh, thank you so much. Where I get it from, I don't know. I just found the love for like creativity. I'm glad that I was able to be exposed. Like, ever since I was younger, I've always enjoyed like the art of storytelling, and also portraying, my creativity and uniqueness out there. And so, like, that's also why. And I'm also the type of person, I don't like being honed down to just one box. That's why I chose my major in college to be marketing, because every single industry needs marketing. And so like, marketing can be many different ways, and that I'm able to be able to showcase my creativity and also help people as well. I um like I said, like storytelling and things like that. Like, I'm such a fast learner, and I love, like, ever since I was younger, I just loved, I don't know, creativity, like doing those type of things. It's just something that I guess I was, I don't know, born with. I don't know.
Well, I love it. I mean, you're very creative in what you do and how you go about it. And I think that helps. It's another area of expertise that you're able to bring because you're looking for something that's different and definitely not in the box person. I guess the apple don't fall too far from the tree for those that get a chance to be constant, by the way, because
Yeah.
not in the box person at all. But no disrespect, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just, but at all, trust me, but really cool. As you're out there now in the real estate, is the focus for you help people buy a house? Is the focus for you helping people sell a house? Is the focus for you helping people invest? Or are you looking to do all three?
It's good. It's great that you asked that question, because actually that I really like investing. Actually, so what my slogan is, I'm the Gen Z realtor that helps people, that helps Generation Z able to invest in real estate. And so I also help buy and sell as well, but my main source is just getting my generation into getting into investing in real estate, because I feel like we just don't understand the importance of being able to do it. And people, I feel like we feel like it's so out of grasp and out of reach to do it at our age. Like, we feel like we have to be so established. And I mean, Gen Z, we're not like super, well, I'm part of older Gen Z. So the oldest Gen Z is like 27. I'm like in the part of older Gen Z, but I could also, I'm talking about helping between our age and be able to help also the younger generation be able to invest as well. I feel like we feel like it's so out of grasp, but it's really not.
Yeah, one things I know that you were able to do, and maybe this is a good part for the conversation, is take the property that you have and then
Hmm.
rent it out or Airbnb it. How did you get into that space? By the way, I was following you online. Yes, I follow online. She's that good, ladies and gentlemen. And she was showing how she was taking something and said, "Hey, this could be an Airbnb property." How did you get into that side of it, or is that the same thing as just renting it out?
How I got into that actually was kind of on accident. Well, it was actually Constance Carter's idea to Airbnb it. I was in a time of my life where I just freshly moved out to the DMV area. I probably like lived out here for a year already. And I was post grad. I was getting my sense of independence. And then my mom decides that she wanted to move out here. And I'm like, why can I never get my own independence? I'm just kidding. And so she brought the idea to me and she was like, wait, since I'm going to be out here, you can come with me and we can use your house as an Airbnb property. So I was like, okay, I kind of had pushback at first because I mean, when you live by yourself for so long, it's like, who wants to go back with their parents? But I was like, you know what? It's actually a really good like opportunity. And so since then, like I spearheaded the entire thing. I found like the inventory. I found like I came up with like the marketing plan. Like I came out like did all the pictures and the photography and all that type of stuff for it, and made it a whole Airbnb property. Would I recommend Airbnb to people? It just depends on the type of property that you have. I feel like my house technically should not have been an Airbnb property because I feel like it was very prone to parties. Honestly, it was very prone to parties because it was a townhome and it could fit a lot of people. I feel like if you're in if you're I feel like you should start off based on my experience, like smaller, maybe like a condo or something like that, so it won't be as prone to parties and big groups. But that was like the only like downfall that I had from Airbnb. And then from there, I was able to also just when that didn't work, I decided to rent it out full time. So now I have tenants there now, so renting it out full time. So uh yeah, so like that's the upside to my journey with the Airbnb. Now I have full-time renters, but it was definitely a journey during that time.
Yeah, what an amazing journey! I enjoy following it online. What do you enjoy most about what you're doing these days? Sound like you're having fun in the real estate. Sounds like you've kind of found this spot right now that you're really trying to go deep and get more wise and wisdom and help people. So the question is, what do you enjoy about it? What brings you happiness about it?
What I enjoy about it is I feel this industry makes me I feel like once I get more into it though, it's going to change maybe, but like I feel like more peace, like this is where I'm supposed to be and like I feel more aligned um because it's I get to help people in this industry, like people who never really thought that they would be able to get a home and like didn't know about different programs and stuff like that. That's what I'm very passionate about is trying to put people on to different type of programs. And like there's so much money out there. Like people don't realize that there's so much money out there that will help you be able to invest in buying your first home, like different down payment assistance programs, things like that. And I like spearheading that and be that person to be able to showcase and tell people. If you like look on my social media, that's I do a whole series all the time about down payment assistance, how to invest in a home like early, how to like it's really I'm very passionate about educating people about that. So I feel like that I feel useful. This industry makes me feel really useful. Previously in my when I was also a hair business owner, I feel like it was cool, but I feel like I wasn't really giving much use like I am with this. Like I could actually really help people because, buying a home um it's basically a necessity. Everybody needs shelter. This is an industry where it's very like it helps people, and it's a necessity to really to be in. So it's like I really enjoy the fact that I can be able to help and spearhead people being able to finally live in their first home. So that was a very long-winded answer, but
No, it was perfect. Thanks so much for sharing. I think it's spot on, by the way. For those folks that are listening, two-part question. Number one, what type of clients are you looking for in your real estate business these days? And number two, how can folks connect with you? Where can they go to follow you and learn more about you?
yeah, honestly, I don't mind working with anybody. I feel like I get along with everybody. Now I feel like I know I get along with everybody. I'm very relatable, and I'm also that type of person that don't try to act like a know-it-all. I'm very humble and genuine, and I'm such a fast learner and very, I'm always want to help people. And so honestly, everybody, but the ones I feel like I can also relate to, first time home buyers, Generation Z, but also the seasoned folks. I'm not scared of y'all seasoned folks either. So I can also help anybody. And
I like
you
that.
guys can also find me on social media. On my social media pages are at Keys with Kai on Instagram and TikTok.
Say that one. Keys with who?
Keys with Kai,
And
Chay.
can you spell that for those folks that are listening right now that may not know how to spell it? Tell them Keys with Kai. Go ahead and tell them how to spell it, please.
Keys Keys with WHITH Kai Chay.
I like that. I mean, you kept it simple, made it easy, by the way, because everybody want their keys. Ching, ching, ching. Well, let me say thank you so much for
Exactly.
being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. I appreciate it, by the way. You're amazing. You're incredible. And you stand alone. So I'm looking forward to you doing some amazing things in the real estate industry and in the industry you decide to be a part of.
Thank you so much. I really enjoy being on here.
And thank you. Thank you to viewers. Thank you for tuning in, by the way, because without you, we don't have a show. So we appreciate when you hit the like button. If you're on one of those platforms, you can do that. But really, hit the share button. Like if that platform you're watching now allows you to hit the share button, pay it forward to someone else. I never get tired of reminding you every night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that you're someone special. It's not just some hokey dokey stuff or some hyperbole. You're special. You're unique. You've got a gift inside you. You're going to make a difference in the world. And whether your life is going really well right now and you're off to the next level, or you've been hit with the punch that you never saw coming, here's what I know to be true. Today is your January 1st. And because of just that one reason, your best is still yet to come. Your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to come. With that being said, my name hasn't changed. It's still Chay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day. Kyle. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.